Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in the world. Before I fully dive on into this video, I just want to let you guys know to keep a close eye out on tokenizedthreads.com. You probably even see it at the bottom of this video. There's a ton of apparel. This is my own clothing brand. This is going to be the official apparel of the channel. We have a huge drop coming very soon with a ton of incredible designs, guys. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I'm going to be putting it in videos going forward once that drop does come out, because it is very, very in-depth and detailed work that is very incredible. So I will be including that later on, but with that being said, let's dive on in. So going back to 2017, there was an article that got posted and it said, IMF head foresees the end of banking and the triumph of cryptocurrency. Now this is Christine Lagarde saying this. The overall view here was that Bitcoin and crypto have as much of a future as the internet itself, and it could displace central banks, conventional banking, and challenge the monopoly of national monies. Mind you, this was September of 2017. This is 6 years ago. A lot has changed in 6 years, and over the course of the next few weeks and even months ahead, we're going to see a lot more talk regarding adoption, regulations, things like that. Again, we still might be a few years out before we start to see any significant traction and things going live. But I do think that we are, getting closer as every single day goes by. Yes, we are in the middle of a major cycle. I do think that we are going to see a significant bull run over the course of the next couple weeks and months ahead. And I do think that that is going to be the last official bull run of crypto that is unregulated. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but that's why this is most likely going to be one of the biggest bull runs for altcoins that we've ever seen. After that, you really want to focus on the blue chips. But with that in mind, we've also just seen an announcement from the IMF chief, Kristalina Georgieva. You guys probably remember this. I included it in a video. Tranglo reposted it. And it's interesting that Tranglo would repost this because, remember, Ripple does own 40% stake in Tranglo. IMF chief calls for faster CBDC development to boost cross-border payments. We know that Ripple does have the CBDC platform. It's significant. It also mentions a few things regarding AI as well. Now, they said that some 60% of countries are studying CBDCs and developing regulations to guide digital money development. We know that 93% of countries are actually looking into CBDCs now. She did say that there are many benefits of CBDCs, including replacing cash, which is a big thing that everyone has been focused on because, again, it's concerning, especially when you do look at what central banks have done for the overall health of currency. And a lot of people are concerned about this, and I do completely agree. But I will say this, I do think that public and private collaboration is crucial here, especially to build trust within this. But they do address AI as well, and they actually address the benefits of AI. But remember, you cannot tap into AI without blockchain. Blockchain actually allows AI to truly be embraced and adopted. They also do talk about tokenization of financial assets. And the reason why I'm bringing all of this up, right, is because, in my opinion, I do believe that the IMF is working closely with a lot of these players in the space, and Ripple is one of them. And the reason why I say that is because we all read the documents. We all tapped into the IMF documents mentioning Ripple, mentioning XRP, and some of those documents only mention Ripple and XRP. We also know that the IMF is working closely with the BIS, and the BIS recently allowed Ripple to become a part of the CPMI group. All of this is not by coincidence. I've said it. There's no coincidences in this space. I don't believe in it. I believe in connections. And when you connect the dots, it's pretty safe to say that Ripple is a part of this massive transformation happening around our financial system. But we also seen a post by Kristalina Georgieva talking about how, more than 100 countries are in the exploration stage of CBDCs. Within this post, all right, we do see CBDC enters the next phase. What's interesting about this is that if we scroll down, we can see at the bottom, looking ahead, our engagement with central banks will continue as they pursue new technologies. What do you think those new technologies are? It's blockchain, it's AI, it's the convergence of AI and blockchain. We will keep assessing the potential effects of CBDCs on areas from financial stability to cybersecurity and cross-border payments and build on these first 5 chapters with new publications planned for next year. And we'll continue our collaboration with other global bodies, including the Group of 20. And again, the G20 is already tapped in with Ripple as well. You need to pay attention to a lot of these changes. Now, the reason why I bring all of this up is because, this year we have seen, major traction on the CBDC side of things. I mean, listen, if you go over to cbdctracker.org, the first 2 pages nearly are filled with updates in 2023 regarding CBDCs. And in 2024, I'm really looking to see if this is going to continue to rapidly change, or if things are going to slow down. But I don't think that they are going to. I mean, hell, even in 2022, while the general public was completely, distracted, we could actually see that there's nearly 3 or 4 pages of CBDC updates. That's how fast the CBDC world is changing, evolving, and moving. This is why, like I said, as everyone is trying to slow CBDCs down, they're only becoming a much faster talking subject and becoming a much faster topic to focus on, because it has been changing so fast. And I've noted this many times. But again, we just seen this get posted by Kristalina Georgieva. Carbon pricing is a promising tool in the fight against climate change. Now, you can look at this however you want, but remember, investing in the underlying infrastructure that they're going to tap in for these, carbon credits, and even just the idea of revolutionizing the carbon financial space, because again, there's a lot of problems within that. You can become extremely wealthy, because again, these are the elites. Whatever they're planning, whatever they're tapping into, it's inevitable. It's coming. It's happening. And there's going to be a ton of money that's flooding into these carbon credits and even the infrastructure layers that are being tapped in for these carbon credits. Listen closely to what she is saying.
We are a huge proponent of carbon price. We believe that carbon price has the potential of raising revenues in a way that is both equitable, because the more you consume, the more you pollute, the more you pay. And it is also an incentive to accelerate decarbonization. In other words, you would need less money because of consumption and production adapting to it.
So you guys have that quick little clip there. Now, again, as we look into this, everyone's going to have their own opinion on this, but she is the managing director of the IMF. She just recently talked about CBDCs. She just recently talked about blockchain, AI, and how it's changing everything. Well, guess what? Anderson, shout out to Anderson over on X. He recently said the head of the IMF pretty much tells us how important carbon credits will be in the future. Then it's important to remember news like this. There's a global agenda around the environment, whether people like it or not, and XRP Ledger is directly involved as a solution. Now, I also do believe that Hedera is also tapped in on this front as well, which I will be making a video about later on, because again, there's a lot of major movement on that side of things as well with Hedera. But we do see here, right? Zange.com. This goes all the way back to December of 2021. A sustainably run securities exchange operated in partnership with the United Nations announced today that it will develop a carbon credit solution on the carbon neutral XRP ledger. Zange.com is working hand in hand with the UN Development System, the UNDS, focusing on African market infrastructure solutions for carbon markets and to contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals. Again, as we look at what is happening here, there is significant movement. And it's all from the elites and these elite organizations. And by the way, Wrath of Kahneman perfectly summed this up. for anybody that has a concern about this, we do see nice. Every time I post something about carbon credits, someone is quick to point out that they are useless, but that's not the point. They seem to be inevitable, and capturing the market early is a big deal. I think Ripple could become a gateway for them. And again, this is why I say being able to spot where this is going to be, tapped in heavily on, which again, it seems as though Ripple and the XRP ledger could play a vital role here. Then guess what? That means that you could become extremely wealthy by investing in and holding a piece of that technology layer. And this is why I say, you have to focus on what they are talking about, the connections back to this. And remember, with Zange.com, if you guys weren't around during that time, it's okay. You don't need to go back in time, because as we look at Zange.com, we can see all of the partnerships here, right? The Interwork Alliance, by the way, is also tapped in with Hedera. They are a key player. But here we have the United Nations, Interwork Alliance, NASA, and even Ripple, the fully transparent carbon credit platform. That's what this is. Centralization, data warehouse, MRV, product custody, in-house management as well. We could see all of the information regarding this. This website has gone under a major revamp as well. So did the logo of Zange.com, and you'll understand why that's very important to know. But if you go to the About section, you can see all of the players that are tapped in with Zange.com, including, of course, the advisors. We do see Ripple being one of the advisors down here. There's also some significant players here as well. If you want to look at the marketplace, you guys are more than welcome to go and look into a lot more things regarding Zange.com. But this is truly something that's very interesting, to say the least. And remember, this is all powered by the XRP ledger. So this could be something pretty significant to watch. But remember the Zange.com original logo. Here you guys have it. Does this look familiar to any of you out there? It's because it looks like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals logo. It's the same exact O logo that's utilized here, which means Zange.com has significant ties back to the United Nations. And remember that Zange.com was working in partnership with the United Nations on this. The elites are already tapped in with the XRP ledger and with Ripple. They know this. They understand this. They know how disruptive this technology is. And remember, going back to September 17th, Truth on the Track, posted this on Medium back in September, pioneering the future, how UBRI, Ripple, XRP Ledger Commons, Aquarium Homes, the XRP Ledger, XRP Labs, and some wallet are shaping our smart cities. This is all a part of that agenda, and this is the agenda of 2030, by the way. And we know how Ripple plays a role, right? Their RTGS system, currency exchange, and even remittance network are revolutionizing how we think about money transfer and financial systems, making transactions faster, cheaper, and more transparent. The XRP Ledger Commons, aka this is the initiative that aims to provide a shared platform for the development and standardization of the XRP ledger. By doing so, the XRP Ledger Commons is ensuring that the technology remains open source and accessible, a crucial factor for the democratization of smart city solutions. And this is where we start to see other players here. Then, of course, the underlying technology, the XRP ledger. It is a decentralized cryptographic ledger that is changing the way financial transactions are recorded and processed, offering a more secure and efficient alternative to traditional systems. Even XRP Labs is getting mentioned here as well. You can even see some wallets. Again, this is more so inclusivity. Everyone has a wallet. And as we really kind of look at these smart cities, they're happening as well. Listen, they have been heavily focused on for a while. Australia has been moving pretty quickly on that front. We have been really researching that as well. But listen, as we look at what Ripple and XRP have become in just the last couple of years, and all of the major connections back to Ripple as well, with the BIS, the IMF, the World Bank, the G20. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, the significant updates and the also connections right after the lawsuit was dropped was so interesting, to say the least. Again, I don't believe in coincidences, because what we seen was, once the lawsuit dropped, the BIS announced CPMI with Ripple, with all of the major leaders behind our global financial system. Outside of that, we've seen Ripple expand so fast, 0 to 60 in almost an immediate time frame. That's how fast Ripple moved. Again, I think that this was all by plan. And even with a lot of what we see from the IMF, from the World Bank, from the BIS, it's all focused on the same exact thing. And it all goes all the way back to 2017 and even prior to 2017, where they were already ahead of the game. They knew exactly what cryptocurrencies were going to become. They knew the technology behind this space. And you know what's funny about this is like, this is Christine Lagarde talking like this. Remember, she had meetings with Brad Garlinghouse. But outside of that, she also changed her tune. She has told the public that cryptocurrencies are this, cryptocurrencies are that. There's a risk involved. There's this, there's that. Always to divert the attention away. Why do you think they do this? Because they don't want everyone getting rich. And even for those out there that think that too many people are going to get rich off of XRP, I want you all to understand that there is such a small percentage of the global population that even holds XRP. Outside of that, a small percentage will still be around to witness 99% of what we are seeing happening right now around our global financial system. Because the rest would have already have sold off. They would have already been out of XRP. They would have been out of crypto. They would have, maybe they would have jumped into another coin, or maybe they would have got frustrated with the price action. It doesn't matter. 99% of even the XRP holders will be gone by the time we see the major big go live events around our global financial system. So with that being said, don't be a part of that 99%. Know what you hold, understand what you hold, and understand what type of revolution is actually happening right now around the entire system. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord down in the description below. And if you guys also want to go check out tokenizedthreads.com and get yourselves some XRP themed apparel, you guys are more than welcome to. With that being said, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.